Jackie at 20 are the youngest and the oldest of the Jackson 5, which ranked #1 in single record sales last year. And they'll be Bob Abernathy's guests this evening. They'll talk about their careers and how this fame has affected their lives. That live interview is next when the news service continues.
5 of the 9 children of a former crane operator in Gary, Indiana, now of Encino, California. Every single and every album the Jackson 5 has put out has sold more than 1 million copies, and theirs is the only American group to have 4 consecutive #1 records. My guests tonight are 40% of the Jackson 5, Jackie Jackson at 20, the oldest of the group, and Michael Jackson, 12, the youngest and the lead singer. Here's how Michael sounded on part of a recent release, Maybe Tomorrow.
I don't know how many stars there are in the heavenly sky. I only know my heaven is here on earth. Each time you look into my eyes.
Michael, Jackie, that sounds good. You're very welcome here. I'm sorry we couldn't get 100% of the Jackson 5 here. We just didn't have room around the table for all of them. You were really discovered by Mayor Richard Hatcher of Gary, your hometown. Tell that story briefly, how you made it.
Well, Gary, Mayor Richard Hatcher, he gave a benefit show, and Diana Ross was one of his guests, so we entertained for the show, and we did our thing on stage, and after the show was over, she came backstage and told us how good we were, and she would like to take us to Motown. And so
the recording company.
Right, so we went to Motown Recording Company, and Barry Gordy and all the staff,
Everything happened from there. When was that?
Well, it was about 2 years ago.
And how many records have you done?
Oh, about 7 right now.
Do you mind if I ask you, if you do, don't say, but do you mind if I ask you how much money you've made?
Well, I'd rather not say right now.
But you've made, you've sold a lot of records.
A lot of records.
How do you describe the sound that you do? I'm told it's called, some people call it the Motown sound, after the name of that company, but how do you describe it?
Well, I describe the sound as like a pop sound, bubblegum soul mixture.
What did you say about bubblegum?
It's a bubblegum sound, a pop, it's a mixture of soul, and we try to capture all the crowds, like black, white, you name it, everything. Yeah.
But bubblegum rock is a kind of rock, isn't
Right.
it?
It's the pop, it's popular right now, the sound.
How does that, why do they call it that?
Well, it's like what little kids like the sound of Bobby Sherman, like the Osmond Brothers, groups like that.
Yeah, but it's popular with what? With kids who chew bubblegum? Huh?
Yeah,
Kids
small
like
kids. And the adults like it too.
We don't know how much money you've made. Okay, but do you get any part of what you've made? Do you get an allowance, Michael?
Right.
How much do you get?
How much allowance?
Yeah.
About $7 a week.
$7 a week. Good. I read somewhere that you do chores at home. Is that true with all the prosperity that you have? Do you do chores at home?
Chores? Chores at home?
Yeah.
Sometimes.
Yeah. The 5 of you travel all over the place. You were all over the country, a couple of countries last summer. What do you do about things like school?
On the road? Well,
yeah, all the time.
Well, we have a tutor when we go on the road. Like she did about 3 hours or 4 most of the time. She do our schooling most of the time when we're on the road.
Mm-hmm. Your father and mother go with it?
This is my father.
Your mother stays home and looks after the other 4. What about those other 4? Your brother and 3 sisters?
Right.
Yeah, what do they feel left out?
No, well, my brother Randy, he's feeling left out because he wanted to be in the group. And I feel that, someday he'll be in the group. He's not ready right now, but when he gets ready, good, he'll be in there pretty soon.
But he's kind of competition for you, isn't he?
He plays the
Congo drums.
congos.
Yeah.
Does he not? He doesn't sing?
Yeah.
I see.
Just,
You just issued a single record on your own, not with the rest of the group. Now, sometimes when that happens in a group, everybody says, he's going to leave and go off on his own. Is that what you're going to do?
Nah.
Why did you issue that single on your own?
Well, then maybe, like they put out a single, like, one record, then they'll put another one out. It's called Got to Be There.
What's going to happen? What's going to happen when your voice changes?
Just change.
You're going to be able to stay singing?
Yeah.
Plus we have another lead, you know, Jermaine Jackson at home.
Yeah.
My other brother, you know, he's pretty good. He leads.
Both sing together.
Have you made some secret backlog records that you can issue during the time that your voice is changing?
No.
Your new album is called Going Back to Indiana. What happens when you go back to your hometown? What does it feel like when you go back there to Gary, to that street, Jackson Street, isn't it?
Jackson Boulevard.
And see the kids that you were with and who haven't had all the good fortune that you've had. What does that feel like?
Well, like it's a big mob of kids, you know, and I'm so thrilled to get back there because all of my friends, you know, I love back there, you know, and I went to school with, played baseball together, basketball, you know. It was good to see them once in a while.
What do they say to you about all the things that have happened to you?
Well, we just sit down and just rap about everything we used to do, and, you know, and I rap about the stuff I'm doing right now, and just have a good time.
Does it make you feel different? Does it make you feel that there's some kind of separation now between you and them?
No, really, I feel the same. I feel the same.
You're 20, most kids would be 20, would be going off away from home, going to school or out to work. What are your plans?
Well, I'm going to school. I like to major in business administration. And that's something I really love to do. I like to take care of the financial parts of the group.
How about you, Michael? You going to sing forever?
Yeah, I'll sing, and I want to do art, fine art. When I get
painting?
Yeah.
Yeah? You think you can do better at that than you can at singing?
No, I like what I'm doing now. Yeah. But it's just something to do when you don't have anything to do.